What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? DoctorDDub here, and welcome back to Area 51. You know how the other day I mentioned how excited I was to have super fast internet, and that it was about 10 times faster than our old internet? Turns out, I just went online to pay our bill for our internet. Turns out we were actually still only getting the 100 megabits per second, which is the same that we were paying for at our old apartment, but it was still just so much better. But we actually requested for the 1,000 megabits per second, and I just clarified that with our internet service provider, or ISP, and got that ironed out. So now, I just did a test on my internet speeds. We're not getting quite the 1,000 download, and I really don't care about that. I care more about the upload speeds now that I'm doing some more YouTube. But our upload speeds have gone from about 10 or 11 megabits per second, or megabytes per second, whatever it is, to 120. So I am so excited to get this video done, edited, and uploaded, and see just how quick it actually goes. I think it's going to be just insane. I am so excited for it. And if it's no different, then we might go back to the old one. I don't know. I need to talk to the roommate about that first. But anyway, that's where I'm at. And so I am in a fantastic mood after finding that out. I literally just got off the phone, or not the phone. I love nowadays, you can, instead of having to talk on the phone with someone at a call center for your issues regarding internet or whatever your issues may be, that most of the websites have like chat systems where you can like instant message your internet provider, which is actually really cool. I am having a hard time finding a place for this, guys. Now that I'm looking at it, this might be our last episode here. I think this is going to be our last episode. So instead of doing a dinky little car ride, let's finish out strong with what I have been anticipating building for a long while. And that is... Actually, I might change it. What kind of stuff do we have on this inverted coaster? What are our options? We've got an inline twist, a vertical loop, a half loop, a corkscrew. Okay, change of plans. We're doing this. I haven't built enough of these, and these things are just awesome. Okay, so to start this out, we need to get it underground. I think I've only built one of these, honestly. It was in Trinity Islands? No, not Trinity Islands. That was our... I don't remember where it was, but we're gonna fix it. And by fix it, I mean we're gonna add another one. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'm trying to get it where I want it to go. None of this is actual ride, by the way. I'm just getting the station where I want it. Station is going to go right about there. That looks good to me. And hopefully we don't end up running into anything that we've built. Looks like the only thing here is the hole I just created, as well as our Project Moondust, our crazy wooden rodent coaster, whatever it's called. Okay, so this thing is going to be the crown jewel of our park. I am so excited for how this thing is going to end up looking. I got some really cool ideas, and I hope you guys like them. This is a ride that I will do my best, like always, to make successful, but at the same time, I just want the track to really look awesome. So if it ends up being just ridiculously extreme or something, there could be worse things that could happen. Okay, so my plan for this one is... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and name it right off the bat, because I think it sounds so cool, and it's going to inspire a lot of what we do for this build. We're going to be naming this one Wormwood. Which, yes, I know it's got the word wood in it. It might fit better on a wooden coaster. I do realize that. But I'm thinking more of, or I'm placing more emphasis on the worm portion of that. This thing is going to snake its way. Basically, if you've ever seen an apple that has a worm in it and it's just kind of tunneled through and it's poking its head out somewhere, that's kind of going to be this ride. So the ride will be the worm. The giant alien rock will be the apple in that analogy. So this thing is going to just kind of go everywhere. It's going to dip in. It's going to poke out. It's going to just... It's going to be awesome. We started at 17 and we're up to 37. Why not? A 20 height increase. And one thing that I want to do here, and I got to make sure I can get walkway here, which I can't. I have an idea for an entrance to this that's going to look pretty cool, but it's going to depend upon me being able to actually do this. Okay, so that's 37 to 35. That will work just fine, and then we'll get into another... Oh, what did I just add? Get out of here. There we go. Oh, man. Guys, I can't wait to test my internet. Oh, gosh. So exciting. And I can't believe that this is our last episode. It has gone by so fast. It is unreal. I can't believe it, guys. Oh, man. Okay, we're going to do a corkscrew to the left. And then a half loop. Oh, that would be cool. Can we actually... What are our options? If we S-bend here, S-bend left, start dropping it enough to get a corkscrew in. Do the corkscrew left again. I don't think this is still going to work. I think we're too high. Oh, it does work, but not how I anticipated it. Okay, that works after all. Oh, look at that drop. That's so cool. And it's not too high for supports either. It does look kind of bad since we don't have any supports here. How does this not have supports that go to the side and other rides do? I don't get it. Okay, so we started at 37 to 35 to 33, so we'll clear this with just enough speed, and then things get crazy real quick. Let's actually go this direction and go back in, because I think that's going to look a little bit nicer. Ooh, and then if we can do a loop to the right underground, which we can't. What if we go one further? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Okay. But yeah, guys, this is our last episode in season 1. That is crazy to me. We have done daily uploads for 123 days. That to me is insane. Let's continue. So they're looping this direction. We'll do an inline twist to the right so they kind of keep their direction going. I think that works better. And then, of course, I'm going to try to come back through this loop here. If I can. Not sure if I can. I don't know what I'm running into. Oh, the walkway we built. Will this work? It won't. Will this work? No, of course not. We can't do that any earlier. But maybe we can do it later. So if we do this, and we swing around all of it, we're still too high for that. What if we do a helix up here? Footpath still in the way. How about now? Yeah, still in the way? Okay, never mind. Scrap all of that, minus the inline twist, because that looks awesome. We will go this direction instead. Okay, so we've poked out of the ground here and kind of tunneled our way through. So we came from 33, so we actually have a crazy amount of speed for all this. So again, this might be ultra extreme I don't care. I just want this to look amazing. So we'll come back out of the ground right here. This looks like it'll work. If I can lower the ground enough. Wow, that's a lot. Actually, we should be able to come all the way up here. 29 and go through that? How cool would that be? I accidentally pressed D on my keyboard, which apparently does that. That's awesome. We're doing that. And then let's do another inline twist to the right, followed by a half loop, which I think is actually trying to... No, it's trying to go down. Okay, I was going to say, I think it's trying to go up, which... We can do large half loops? I don't think I've seen that on this ride. We are totally doing that. Large half loop, right and left. Oh, this is the one that goes down. These must be when you're going up. That's got to be what that is. We can't do that here, clearly. So let's do this instead. And now that looks bad. So what did we do? Left? No, I think we did. I don't know what we did. Nope, that's what we just did. So we need to do inline twist to the left. And then a corkscrew to the right. So they kind of keep spinning in a circular motion. I think it looks weird when they go one direction and then get whipped in the other. Oh, I was worried that wasn't going to work. Oh, and if we could do a helix up here, which only works there, but we can continue that up right here. And then we need to go... This side already has plenty of holes in the side of the rock here. So let's try to take it out somewhere else. Actually, are we going to have the speed to do a large half loop? I don't think we will. Do we even have the ability to do this? We do. Why is that not working? Oh my goodness. That is a large half loop. Takes it up to 42. That's clearly not going to work. I know that much at least. Okay, so we're right here. We need to get out of the way because we've got some things that are going to be happening right here. And that still might be very much in the way. So instead of doing all that, we will go up steep and turn it. I'm worried this isn't going to make it. We're dropping from 37 and we're at 31 after all of that. So we'll do a little bit of that instead. That should still work nicely. And if I can get under this, which I totally can, I'm going to. Oh, yes, this is going to look sick. Okay. Sorry. If we go straight here and do an inline twist followed by a large half loop. Oh my gosh! I didn't even see where we were at. Our last objective is now complete. We have successfully completed Area 51. Just to recap, our objective was to have at least 900 guests, which we totally destroyed. We have more than 450 more than necessary. Guests in our park by the end of October year 4 with a park rating of at least 600. This looks like 999 to me. It is. I think that was our little incident that happened on Project Moondust, but since then, we have been fantastic with our park rating. Oh my gosh, guys. That is the last objective complete. Oh, that's a good feeling. We didn't fail a single one. I was really worried about doing that at some point. But we didn't. Oh, it's such a good feeling. Oh man. All right. Let's get back to Wormwood because I want this thing to just be incredible. It might not be. Oh my gosh. That is awesome looking. That looks so cool. We need to very quickly lessen that speed because that is just ridiculous. Can I raise... You know what? Spare no expense. Oh, we're running into roller coaster. Just kidding. Spare expenses. That was a huge waste of money. Okay, so I didn't see that we were running right into this. And that's at 19. So we can actually take this straight first for a little bit. And then we can come up and out. I hope. Yeah, we'll turn it right here. Actually, we'll take it one more, because that's going to run into... Take it two more. That was going to run into our Ferris wheel, or our UFO sighting. Puns for days. Oh, man. I hope this thing works. I'm going to get done with this thing, and it's going to just stall out and not work, and it's going to be sad. I can already see it happening. Oh, but we're going to try. All we can do is try. And then we need to theme the park still, which we haven't done much of at all, and it's our last episode. Oh, man. It wouldn't be one of my episodes if that wasn't the case. Okay, what is that land doing right there? I'm not sure, but I really don't care. Okay, we're going to get around all of that by doing a corkscrew. Not a corkscrew. Yes, a corkscrew. Followed by... Can we do... another half loop? Because this is so steep. Ooh, actually, I've never done this before, and I really want to do it. Oh, where can we put it, though? Okay, I see it. I see it. So this is at the edge of our park right now. So if we take this down just really low, that's going to build a ton of speed. So we're at 29 to 8. And so if we take this and turn it as wide as possible right here. Again, I have kind of committed myself to an ultra extreme intensity rating. So if you're thinking to yourself, this is not going to work at all, you're right. It's probably not. Oh my gosh, this is a big piece. That won't even fit right here. Can't build partly above and below ground. Can I lower the land here? I've got the money to do it. That is ridiculous. Okay, so the land is still in our way here. Please work. If it doesn't work there, I don't think it's going to work anywhere. Footpath is... It's so high it interferes with this footpath. Okay, we're making this work. I am committed. So we can run that there instead and then get rid of these without killing anyone. Luckily, they fall ridiculously slow. I don't think they take fall damage either, so not sure why I was worried about that. Oh, yes. How do we make the rest of this work? River Rapids in the way. Oh, man, I wanted to do one giant loop. I don't think I've ever done that. Oh, well, that'll save us something for... Ooh, does that work? No, that runs us right back into the same ride. Oh, I want to do one of these so bad. Okay, hold on. What if we do... I think this will still clear it with all this speed. If we start it earlier, that's still a lot of speed. Oh, man. Okay, so what if we go down a little bit here and then up a little bit? That still doesn't work, but I think we were starting at 7 or 9 last time. So this is a little bit better. If it will still work. I don't know where we're lined up at as far as the land goes. But we did a large half loop to the left, which now this land is in our way. Can we do one to the right? Probably not because of River Rapids. Ooh! Ooh! Haha! Oh, that's so cool! Okay, so we dropped from 29 to 26, and we already had speed coming at it from 29. So not worried about that. And then it goes right back in, which looks so cool. Oh, man, guys, this is looking awesome. Okay, so this needs to go this direction ever so slightly. And then we need to poke our heads back up. Oh my gosh. This ride is going to be insane. And it might take a couple reworks to get it to work. I am fully aware of that. I don't expect this to work on the first try. Keeping momentum in mind for a ride that is this long and we're not even done yet. Oh man, it's going to be cool. All right, but as I continue this, I want to talk a little bit about what kind of my plans are for this channel moving forwards. I mentioned it a little bit in episodes past, but not too much. I really haven't focused on it much. I didn't want to really get into it too much. I wanted to kind of, you know, focus on the present. I didn't want to get ahead of myself in case I decided I didn't want to keep doing this, but fear not, I definitely do. I mentioned last episode, I believe it was, how much, you know, time and energy I'm spending on making my desk look nice. That's because I want to make this even better for, you know, creating YouTube videos and recording, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But, like I said, let's talk a little bit about what I plan on doing. So I will eventually, and it probably won't be too long, so don't think like it's going to be a year or even a month later. It's going to be a week or two probably before I start back up RollerCoaster Tycoon, and I'm going to be tackling the Corkscrew Follies expansion pack, which is a park or a expansion that I've never really done. As a kid, I played most of, not all of, but most of the first couple parks in this game. But beyond that, are we going to run right into that? We totally are. But beyond that, I've maybe played 1, 2, 3 parks in some of the expansions. So all of that is going to be brand new content. It has brand new coasters, new shops and stalls, new pretty much everything. It adds a little bit more of everything you could want in this game. That's going to need to be tight. And then we can helix down. Oh, that looks cool. But yeah, that's going to be kind of something I'm looking forward to. It gives you some more options with decor, and some of the landscapes are different. There's some that are like snowy, and they've all got different kind of themes to them. And the scenarios, I believe, get a little bit more interesting as well. It's not just have this many guests by this year, etc. It's, you know, have this many rides that have an excitement rating of at least this by this year, or, you know, it changes things up a little bit. In addition to that, sorry, I'm trying to see where we are and where we need to take this thing. In addition to that, I also want to start up a couple new games. And I think I've mentioned that I wanted to do that. If I hadn't, well, this is me mentioning it. I love games with creative elements like this. I also love games with fantastic storylines, and that places a huge emphasis on the story. So I'm going to be doing two new games in addition to my Let's Play of RollerCoaster Tycoon. One of those is going to be Stardew Valley, I think. Actually, I say I think. I'm definitely going to start doing Stardew Valley. I have plans, and I've talked about this with my sister, to start recording multiplayer in that game when it eventually comes out, which is, I think it's set for early 2018 as far as when that's coming out. But until then, I would love to do a little bit of single player in that game. It's a game I absolutely love. If you've never even heard of it before, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's a farming simulator, and you get to do a lot of cool stuff in it. So you'll see that when I start recording it. Oh, this looks so cool. And it's not going to work doing it here. In addition to that, I also want to do a another sort of Let's Play, and I'm actually probably going to do a face cam for this other one, because I think my reactions would be fun to watch. At least I think that. You might disagree. I hope not. But for that, we're going to do Telltale's The Walking Dead. If you've never played that game or heard of it, it's very heavily story-based. Like, almost all of it is story. There's a little bit of action to it, but primarily, I did it again, primarily it's very much story-intensive, which I love in games. Games that have a good story win my heart. Okay, this has got an insane amount of speed right here. I probably need to do something different. But yeah, those are the two new games I'm going to be adding. And then I'm also going to continue these recordings. But again, I'm going to take a little bit of a break just to kind of rest the brain and give myself a little bit of a break. Not that I'm tired of this game, not by any means. Oh, is that going to work? That's totally going to work. Awesome. Okay. This ride is getting insane. I don't even know where the station is at this point. That's our bobsled. There it is. Okay. So we're at 17 for that, and we're at 8 right now. This is unreal. Oh, that gets us up pretty close. I'm trying to make our way somewhat back to the station because we need to end this somewhat soon for the sake of this episode getting way too long. That's not gonna work, but this will, hopefully. I have no idea where we are underground as far as the station is concerned. I think if we take it there, we're pretty much lined up. And I don't know what I'm running into, but I'm definitely running into something. This is so hard to see. It's not our bobsled. I think it's our own ride. So if I take this further and loop it around, will that work? It does, but I don't know if that lines up with our station. And then we run right back into... I think that's us as well. That's at 16 though. So if this goes up to 17, wow, that's a long straight shot. I'm kind of okay with that though. Gives a good feeling for the end of the ride. And actually, since it is the end of the ride, I have no idea how much speed they're gonna have. So we'll add some brakes here to kind of slow them down all the way to 13. And then from here, we should be able to not even worry about banking our turns. Oh, and now we're running into footpath. So we're going to delete some of those brakes. And, oh, geez. Okay, we might go back and add those brakes earlier on when we're not running into our footpath. Okay, so that clears at 18, and now we're running into coaster again. Can I get away with this? Right there. Okay, let me delete some of this station, and I will connect it up from this end, and then if I can, I will add more later. Roller coaster's in my way. I feel like I'm gonna get that message for a little while here. Oh yeah, we're running right into this. Silly me. Okay, so that needs to go one further to there. Does that connect up? It totally does, but that station couldn't be shorter. Although I don't think it's going to matter because no one's going to ride this because it's just way too intense. Oh man, that looks awesome. That looks so cool. I love how that came out. I wish we had done a little bit more over here. Actually, let's do that. Actually, no, it's going to make it even more difficult to get back to the station. Never mind. Sorry for being a tease. We do need to add our entrance and exit, though, which are going to go on this side. And then from here, we're going to do our standard green. And then the entrance is actually going to go... Man, this got busy. We ended up not using any of that, right? Can this all get raised up? It totally can. Perfect. Now that looks beautiful. I'm tired of our rides being broken. Hire a few more mechanics here. Let the swarm of mechanics fix our park. Which is already a success, so it doesn't matter too much. But still, I like it to be nice and tidy. All right, so if we go back underground, we can get this line going. After we get this line, I'm going to paint it and name it, which, did we already do? We already named it, just kidding. Actually, I kind of want to do this line in red, and you'll see why here in a sec. I think I want to do a time-lapse of decorating this park because it could use a little bit of lovin' as far as decor goes. I do realize I haven't done much in the way of theming. Does that line up where I want it to? Not quite. Okay, so if we do this, that should line up where I want. Nope, not quite. I have plans in my head for how I want this to look. And it's gonna look awesome when it's said and done, but I gotta get it there first. Okay, yeah, this will be perfect. So we lower that by 2, that by 1. And now our entrance is right in the center of this 5x5 chunk, which I've said I had plans for a while now, and I still do. That looks cool. I think, at least. We're gonna theme all this up. It's gonna look nice and beautiful when we're done with it. All right, and then this exit, I don't really care where this goes. It's gonna be kind of out of the way. I know we're really deep underground, so this might not work super well. Actually, if we take it to here and turn it up, that should work perfectly, which it totally does. Love it. All right, we'll get our do not enter sign in, make it purple, and then add a bench or two, a light post, and a trash can for good measure. Okay, let's paint this baby. Wormwood. I know worms kind of dig through the earth, but I want this thing to be primarily red. It's gonna make sense when we start kind of custom tailoring the land as well. I think this park's gonna look real cool when I'm done with it here. I know I probably shouldn't have waited until all at the end to decorate our park, but money has been an issue pretty much for the majority of this park, except the last episode or two. But now that we have it, we're gonna use it, and we're gonna use it to make this thing look awesome. All right, I think I actually want to do this bright red with, what does like the lighter red look for trim? Ooh, I kind of like that. Actually, what if we do white and then these dark kind of crimson supports? I kind of really like that. Let's actually change these, swap these up. Nah, I think I like the other one better. There is our color scheme, which I really like. I think that really just pops in this park. And it's going to match what we're about to do. All right, and we get, let's do red and white trains. That's beautiful. All right, Wormwood, we are done with for the time being. We will come back and test it here in a sec. But first, it's time to decorate this park. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up real quick because I've got a lot of decorating to do and I've got a lot of money to do it. So I hope this ends up looking as good as I've got in mind. Here we go. All right, guys. Area 51 is finally themed, at least as much as we can do in this game. I think it looks amazing. I love this red texture on all the ground. Our little custom volcano here, which you can actually raise the land on the inside since it's a hollow piece, which I think looks pretty cool. And then my biggest thing I was excited for was treating Wormwood like it was actually modifying the land as it went in and out of it. So everywhere you see that it goes in and out of the ground, the land around it is red and really just rough, real jagged looking land. I hope I didn't miss any spots. I don't think I did. And I did it everywhere I could. I can't really do that on the side. I can't really make that look jagged or rough, and I didn't want to just put a whole bunch of red stripes down the side of the rock here. So I opted not to do that. But guys, that brings us to the very last thing that we need to take care of, which is to finally test Wormwood and see if it actually works. I am expecting nothing short of ultra extreme intensity. I just want it to work. And I'm actually surprised we can get 2 trains with a short station like that. Pleasantly surprised. But all right, guys, we're gonna keep this on underground view just because there's so much of this ride that is underground. And so again, just like last time with our bobsled, good luck following it because it's going to be hard to see. All right, our last test of a coaster in season 1 of this series. Here we go. gosh, guys. If that's not like the maximum intensity rating that is possible, I did something wrong because, oh, where was it? It does, okay, so it starts, does the first initial drop, comes up, S-bends, does all this, that's all fine. It goes over this loop really fast, and then it just whips through this corkscrew and inline twist. Like, that right there alone sets it at a ridiculous rating. And if you saw a little change, I had to modify it slightly right in this area right here, leading up to this drop right before the giant loop. I did have a corkscrew in there prior to that. It didn't make it up that, so I actually had to add a chain lift and kind of tweak it a little bit there. But other than that, I left it as is, and you're seeing the monstrosity that is Wormwood. This is exactly what I was actually wanting. I wasn't aiming to build the best coaster ever. I wanted to build just an awesome looking, crazy intense, just something that would just make this park over the top. And now Area 51 can say it is home to Wormwood, one of the most intense rides we have ever built. I can't tell you why I wanted to do that, but I really did. When I used to play this game as a kid, I would just I'd build things until my park was complete or like my objective was met. And then after that, I would just have fun with it. And that's kind of what I wanted to do here today, is kind of bring it full circle back to how I used to play this game as a kid. We completed our objective, and then we built the most intense ride we have ever built. And I thought that would be a fun way to end this series. Oh man, an intensity rating of 18.32, nausea 16.18. Oh, that is insane. Vertical G's, we're peaking 5 G's. 6.57. It doesn't even go that high. Oh my gosh. We can't even see how intense it is at parts because the graph doesn't expect you to be building rides that are that bad according to the game. I think this thing came out awesome. Our guests will surely not ride it, and that's fine. This wasn't for them. This was for me and for you, but not for them. Oh man, let's get out of underground view because our park looks so much better without it. You can't see the mess that is the interior of the alien rock. But guys, that brings us to the end of not only Area 51, but of my first Let's Play ever. My first foray into YouTube. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope it's been even moderately fun to watch. If I can make one person happy or laugh or smile or provide them background noise while they're getting ready for work or something that's enjoyable, I have done my job. And I've had a blast making all these videos, and I hope you guys have had a good time watching them as well. I plan on continuing and diversifying my content with a little bit of Telltale's The Walking Dead, as well as some Stardew Valley, leading up to multiplayer of Stardew Valley here hopefully in a few months, as well as some more RollerCoaster Tycoon. We'll be hitting up the Corkscrew Follies expansion pack here in the next few weeks. Get excited for that. I know I am. I'm starting to plan some different things, different graphics, different ways of doing things. I hope you guys will enjoy those improvements. But that is it. Area 51 in all its messy alien glory. This mechanic issue, I don't even care anymore. We're done. This thing is amazing. Oh, I'm so happy with how this part came out, and I love the land modifications we did too. That looks really cool. Oh man, I'm having a hard time ending this episode, guys. If you can't tell, I don't want it to be over, but it is, and we must move on. So, until next time, that's going to do it for me, guys. I will see you in the next video, not episode, next video, which I don't know when will be. I might be, you might have a few day dry spell. I'm going to try to get something up as soon as I can, but for the time being, that's going to do it. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, as always, take care.